Hello, duckies, and welcome back to Alan Wake's American Nightmare. Why does it sound like my footsteps are echoing? My name's Viola. Echoey footsteps are terrible. Okay, we're going to run quickly through this or else it flickers out and goes kaputnik. So we're going to go, first things first, we're gonna go get the part that we need. That's back in her car, unless we can't because we need her. Wait, her car isn't here. What? Her car isn't even here. That makes no sense. Did she park it somewhere else this time? What? Or does she already have the part? I'm so confused. I am confused. Ooh, page. Let's see what this page has.
Stories come naturally to us. We can't help it. There are many different worlds, many competing realities within our heads, fueled by books, television, even barely remembered childhood tales. There's an endless supply of fictional concepts more familiar to us than anything or anyone real. We have a far greater connection to the fictional characters we know and love than the random people we pass on the street. Our destinies and inspirations are shaped by lies, myths, and fables.
Honestly? Pretty true. Remember correctly, there's a chest over here. I don't know if I can open it yet. No, I don't have enough yet. But there's another page here.
The Taken may well be the tool the darkness favors over any other. At some point, they used to be human, but whatever humanity they once had is long gone. Now they're just shells covered and filled by darkness. The Taken Mr. throws at me are more grotesque and varied than the ones I first encountered in Bright Falls. But I know how to deal with them. I'd be lying if I said they don't frighten me. But I've survived worse. I can't let them stop me.
Okay. I think there was another chest, either around the other side or... That's another page. That's a lot of pages here.
The pressure of success got to me. My wife Alice was the sole thing in my life that anchored me. Suddenly it wasn't enough. I couldn't write anymore. I distracted myself with wild parties and whatever trouble I could scare up. I wallowed in the drama of my life, sure that Alice would stick with me even though she didn't sign up to be the lifeline of a tortured artist. It was my dumb luck she's not the type to give up.
Very true, very true. Not a lot of people can really deal with that kind of lifestyle. Oh, there's another one down here. That was the other one. Oh, hello, boulders. Oh gosh, not what I meant to do. Where's... I can't see. Did I get the other guy? I must have probably hit him with the flare gun. Didn't mean to. Didn't even realize I'd swapped guns.
There are places where our world is worn thin and another reality brushes against ours. One such site is Cauldron Lake near Bright Falls, Washington. But there are others. That other reality is dark, vast, and malleable, always in flux. In its depths dwell vast forces and alien energies. They're dangerous. But in one of these places, if you know how, you can channel the power of that place and use it to shape reality.
Interesting take on things. There we go. Sure, why not? supposedly better. Let's take a peek over here. Car's parked here today. Why? Why is a car parked here today? Wait.
The darkness rose from the depths of Cauldron Lake and took Alice. It needed words. It needed me to write its way into our world. She was leverage, a hostage. I complied, but with a twist. I put in a loophole that gave me a chance to fight back. I was hunted by shadowy enemies, but I faced the darkness. I fought it with light. I drove it back. I saved Alice, but it came with a cost. I was trapped in the dark place below Cauldron Lake.
So now we're going over the details of what happened in the original Alan Wake. At least some of them. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Where's it forming? Where's it forming? There we go. There's nothing over here, is there? No. Can't get through there. Okay. But yeah, her car is parked differently. So, what does that mean? Things gonna be different now? Got my health back at least. Because I'm probably gonna need it. We're gonna need quick reactions. This next area we're coming to. Oh. Not again. Not these guys again. Come on. Okay. Ammo.
It's you. How dare you? No, wait. It isn't you, is it? I suppose you'd better come in. I'll unlock the door.
Thanks.
Okay. Okay. What the?
I know what you're thinking. Evil twin, supernatural powers. But most of the time, I just like to keep things basic. I want you to understand that. Like this. Need to get your hands dirty? No batteries, no moving parts, just physics. That's technology you can depend on. It's a classic.
God.
Speaking of classics, you need to be careful with this one, though. If the victim suddenly twists, you might end up cutting yourself. It's not really a workhorse, but I'm a sucker for this style. Now this is more like it. You've got slip-resistant grip. Believe me, you really want that traction once you're wrist deep in somebody. The blade's stiff enough so it won't open by accident in your pocket, but it's still really easy to open with just one hand. Now that's a big thing for me. I know what you're thinking. It's too big, too heavy. But sometimes you just need the extra oomph. If you're talking intimidation, this is gonna do the job. Also great for dismemberings and whatnot. You know, the messy jobs.
Great.
I can't tell you how many things I've MacGyvered with this stuff. Okay, now guns. Not a big fan. I mean, how are you supposed to really connect with somebody with a bullet? I want you to understand that. I take pride in what I do. We can't both be worthless hacks, can we?
Oh, God. Seriously?
You'll have to forgive me, but this feels very strange. It seems like this has all happened before.
I have the replacement part for your telescope, Doctor.
All right. Let's get it installed.
Just put it in.
I think we can give this a go, although I have this strange feeling that something will
Don't
go
start
wrong.
it up yet. There's a problem with the coolant system.
Yes, that's right. I remember. All right, let me think. If they're sabotaging it, they'll be at the primary coolant pipe outside. If you can secure it, we should be ready to pick up the signal. That is why you're here, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I'll take care of it.
Before you go, if you have the time, I'd appreciate if you came up here and explained a few things. All of this is very strange to me.
I'll go and talk to her, but I gotta get to that coolant pipe.
Hello.
I don't quite know what's going on, but I seem to remember having had this encounter before.
It's not deja vu, Doctor. This has happened before. We're caught in a time loop.
That's utterly insane. How could that be?
I can't really explain it. I suppose I could call it magic.
I don't believe in magic.
Neither do I. But I can't argue with what I've experienced. Listen, what matters now is the signal. The last time we only caught a part of it. I need the rest of it. Whether you believe me or not, you want to look into this as much as I do, right?
Yes. All right.
I realize that you have trouble believing this.
That's an understatement. I can't deny that what you say resonates with me on some level I don't pretend to understand. But for all I know, I'm simply delusional.
But it's not just you. I've experienced the same thing as you. Doesn't that prove something, at least?
Maybe. On the other hand, given your appearance, and the fact that you're trying to convince me that I'm not insane, perhaps you're merely a hallucination that accompanies my delusions.
You're not having a psychotic episode, Doctor. For what it's worth, I'm a skeptic by nature. I completely understand your reluctance to believe me.
There are people caught so deep in their psychosis that they retroactively manufacture memories and beliefs that conform to the situation at hand.
Sure, but you have to stop second-guessing yourself at some point, if you want to get something done.
Alright, so that's all we had to say to her. Let's go ahead and get back out here. Get ourselves down there. And deal with these guys before they screw things up. Because if we don't, it will be annoying. And outside again. Let's see. Where we gotta go? That way. So let's go down the stairs. Oh gosh, not again. Not these guys. No, 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 no. We're not doing that. Come on now.
correct? You should be able to turn on the lights and secure the area that way.
Doctor, can you hear me? I think we're good to go.
All right. I'll start looking for the signal. Please, head back.
Oh, lovely. Gonna block me every chance you get, huh? And fling cars at me. Of course, because cars.
I guess they didn't like that.
Just a little. Block me from the fast way up, of course. Oh boy.
That mountain's trying to kill me.
Oh god. Oh god.
I guess they didn't like that.
Just a little. Alright.
That mountain's trying to kill me.
What else you gonna grab, huh? What else you gonna grab? Oh, come on. I need the light. I need the light. Darn it. Nope. Oh gosh. Come on, let me in. They're angry. Close those doors again. Come on. Let's go.
It's working. Please, come up here.
Get everything back. Come on. Come on. go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Find the signal?
Yes, I don't think it's quite the same thing we had, the last time. Still, we're definitely picking it up.
Are we getting the complete signal now?
I'm afraid not. Take a look at it yourself. I'm printing out a hard copy now. I'd like to ask you a question or two before that, though, if you don't mind.
What's on your mind, Doctor?
Most people would find these events extremely disturbing, provided that they survive these creatures, that is. You seem to be quite adept at dealing with the situation. Why is that?
Yes, I was involved in... It's a complex story. I was in this small town, and a horrible thing from another dimension kidnapped my wife and manipulated me into writing this horror story that came true. I learned to fight it with light, and I managed to contain it and free my wife. But I was trapped in its world.
Are you serious?
Absolutely. So, I'm used to reality working in strange or even impossible ways. And I fought these things, not exactly like this, but close enough for a good while now. Of course, I have certain advantages. Was there anything else?
What did you mean when you said you have advantages?
At the risk of sounding like a lunatic, reality is much more fluid than people think. It can be influenced.
I didn't take you for a mystic.
I'm not. I'm a writer. And under certain conditions, I can, for lack of a better word, rewrite reality. Change things.
That's absurd.
But it works.
Assuming I believe this, why don't you simply, I don't know, write yourself some superpowers?
It's not quite that simple. You need to follow certain laws of drama, I suppose. You need to think about consistency and symbolism. Often what you write isn't anywhere near as important as what you imply. There are things out there that will take advantage of your mistakes.
You really believe in this?
Honestly, this is talking a lot more about writing than the first story did, which I'm all about. That's awesome.
Don't look at me like that. You've experienced some of this yourself.
I will gladly admit that something exceedingly strange is going on. But this idea that you're somehow altering reality with your writing is ridiculous. You're essentially saying you're controlling my actions. Leaving aside the rational arguments against this, what gives you the right?
Well, it's more like having a destiny. A path you're on. You're not aware of it, but there it is. If somebody changes it, what difference does it make? It's what every writer does. If you write something that affects one of the characters, they don't really know about that.
I'm not a character. Are you saying that it's all right to take advantage of someone if they aren't aware of it?
Look, all I meant was that if you're genuinely making all your own decisions, and those decisions lead to whatever destiny you have, what practical difference does it make?
I suppose that depends on whether our destinies are determined by things like physics and probabilities, or natural reality, which is presumably neutral and impartial, or by some kind of an intelligence.
Oh my
If
gosh,
it's the
this is
latter,
going way too
that
deep.
intelligence makes choices based on some criteria. If we suffer as a result of those choices, there's a moral and ethical element involved.
Too deep, Doctor,
regardless of
too
whether
deep.
we're aware of its manipulations. Wouldn't you agree?
You're taking this very well. I thought you'd be hangry.
I suppose I would be if I thought you could actually do this.
Honestly, it sounded like he said, I thought you'd be hangry.
Another printout. Another signal fragment. The message is still not complete, but it's another piece of the weapon he has built against his adversary. Mere words on a piece of paper, but in the right hands, they will hold back the darkness.
And we are back at the drive-in.
The last time the man came to the drive-in, it did not end well. He hopes to avoid that fate this time. He hopes that what he has brought with him to this place is enough.
It's never enough. Okay. Page back here should be another, I would think. We're styling the same way. There would be one in this area. interesting. Okay, so that's as far as I can go without it starting to freak out and put me in the sandstorm. Anyway, I could have sworn there was a page back here though last time. Maybe they aren't in the same spots. And it's possible that they aren't in the same spots.
Ugh. Serena's probably out of her mind again. But I'm gonna need that key so I can get the power back on.
Lovely. Anything in this thing's junk? No, okay. Page.
To change the world, you must craft a blueprint for the new reality. Any work of art will do, as long as it's a genuine act of creation. That's what the energies of the dark place respond to. The results may be subtle and perplexing, or far-ranging and momentous. My area of expertise, the written word, gives much more precise results than music or interpretive dance would, for instance. But words can be extremely dangerous. What you define may become reality, but so can that which you imply, even if you don't realize you're doing so.
You again?
I'm really just here to get the keys so I can get the power back on.
You want to hold me down? It's okay. I know you like that.
Yeah, I'll just grab the keys.
I could be like your wife, little wifey, waiting at home for hubby. Or you could be the mailman, or the neighbor.
I'm already married to someone who isn't crazy, thanks. I'm just gonna go and get the power back on.
Aww.
Look, I may or may not be back. I have the access code to the booth already, so once the power is on...
You should totally come see me. We could have fun. You know.
We'll see how it goes. You should sit down or something. Try to stay calm.
I don't want to be calm. I want to be nasty. I want to be nasty with you.
Yeah. Okay.
You can do anything you want. You can use my...
No.
I was about to do the weather, but I see we have a caller. Hey, you're on the air with Eddie. What's up?
Hey, Eddie, it's Ricky. You talked about fate before. You think about that a lot?
Not a lot, to be honest, but I take it you do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Any conclusions you'd care to share, Ricky?
Well, we've got free will, right? That's in the Bible and everything.
Yeah, right, sure.
So free will, right? Am I right? I mean, if we can do what we want, how can there be fate? I mean, you don't know what's going to happen next. So there's no fate. There's just people doing stuff.
Well, I don't know, Ricky. I don't suppose you have considered the possibility that we're all here in the service of a greater purpose, incomprehensible to us,
and that what we take to be freedom is nothing more than the move of a pawn on some cosmic chessboard, limited in scope, subject to the whims of unseen players,
existing only for their entertainment.
Or perhaps we're just a twisted
reflection
of actual events that can happen elsewhere. Could it be that such is life in Night
Springs?
Dude, what?
Food for thought, Ricky. Food for thought.
It's like a mix of an episode of Night Springs, an Alan Wake game, and possibly some randomness thrown alongside it. Thing is, there's so many things that could be just like just outside the range, just outside the visuals, just outside of everything, and I'm just over here kind of like, I want to find it all, but I doubt I will, because I also just want to run headfirst in and get everything done. And apparently I like to run headfirst into cactuses. What the?
You getting it yet, genius?
So long as it doesn't all mean that I'm still trapped. Because that's a possibility too. Whee! Because, I mean, admittedly, we played the extra chapters, which led to Ellen getting out and everything, but... Oh god. But I mean, we all know there's always the possibility that he didn't get out. There's always the possibility of a lot of different things with these games. And it's hard to tell what's real and what's not. Is anybody else around? Anybody else want to play a game with me? Okay. Alrighty, so we got... Ooh, hello. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. We have this ammo. I'll take it all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. I don't want to go down there yet, because I'm pretty sure there's at least a page out here somewhere. Somewhere. I just gotta figure out where. And at the same time, try not to die. Because that's what everything wants to do to me in here, is to kill me. Pretty please don't kill me. I just want to find the pages. All the pretty pages. Wait a minute, that means that we have over 30 pages. Or at least 30 pages? So we're 10 away. Maybe they won't be ill. that flung everything, didn't it? In the meantime, this guy has been walking his butt over here towards me. Excuse me, people, I do not want anything to do with any of this. I just want pretty pages and to survive this insanity. Pretty pages.
It's obvious that for all his power, Mr. is an agent of another greater being. The dark place he came from is full of terrible alien intelligences, dark presences, and none of them should be let loose in our world. He serves one of them. He'll open the way for them if I don't stop him. But he'll do more. He'll take over my life. He already has my face. He already uses my name. He'll become Alan Wake in every way imaginable and corrupt everything, unless I can stop him.
Alrighty. Pretty page found. Let's go this way. Check stuff out. This thing has some lights blinking and a trunk open and a door open. Let's check it out. Nothing. Okay. Just gotta make sure, because you never know. Could be something hiding back. Oh! Back out here.
I have created the weapon that can put an end to this. A blueprint to a new reality. All I have to do is survive long enough to use it. My arrival from the dark place will be painful and difficult. These pages may be lost. But one way or another, I'll send the parts I really need to myself. If I make it outside, I have a chance. Mr. is more powerful than I am, but he can't change the rules in the middle of the game. He's not a creator. I am.
He says he's not a creator, and yet he's created new sorts of enemies. I'm guessing if I go out here... What? It doesn't start the sandstorm. Let me go over to this little shed back here and see what's going on here. This would be the kind of place I would expect hunting. Oh.
The trap Mr. has set for me is as simple as it is impossible. Whenever I reach him, he sends me back to the beginning of the maze. It's a loop in time. I go through it only to end up where I started. There's a brutal genius to it. If I die, it's over for me. If I survive, I end up where I started. Sooner or later, the odds will catch up with me. And in the meantime, he gets to toy with me. But that's why I have a chance. He's caught in this pattern just as much as I am. I know where he'll be, and I'm prepared.
Okay, so I have a theory that if I can... I have a theory about this game. The game theory. Basically, if I, as Alan Wake, can get to a point where I am saving people rather than them disappearing into the darkness, I feel like that would probably end up being a win. I mean, we're getting close on pages. Let's actually see here. Manuscript pages. Let's look at the rest stop. We have 14 out of 21, so we're not too far off on that. 12 out of 16, so we're only missing 4. Oh, wait.
The film noir poster reminded me of Alex Casey, the detective's cool exterior never cracking even with the gun pointed in his face. In the back room, all the lights had been turned off, except for the lone spotlight which illuminated the bright red fire extinguisher on the wall.
Oh, lovely. Yes, that one. So, we're missing 4 pieces of pages there. Missing quite a few more on the drive-in theater, but we really haven't finished the second run through here that we're on of the drive-in theater. But I do have a theory that when we come to a point where we are rescuing more than we're losing, we are getting close to the end of the game. Oh, what are you doing now?
I want to talk about Alice.
Oh no.
Just look at her. She's really beautiful, isn't she? Your wife. Well, our wife, really. Just my wife soon. Don't worry. I'm not gonna treat her like the others. She's special. If I wanted her dead, she would be. I've been around for a while now. So talented. You haven't seen her new work, of course. Oh, it takes my breath away. Really, she's that good. Did you know that I've got a wedding ring, too? We're that similar. She's seen me a couple times, you know. I've let her catch glimpses. She thinks she's imagining things, of course. She thinks you're dead. It might as well be. I mean, even if you manage to keep surviving, you'll be in my trap forever. So I'll go to her. It'll be an amazing moment. Oh my God, you're alive. I'll be the good, loving husband for as long as I can stand it. She'll love it. And then, one day, somehow, it'll happen. Maybe I'll slip up, she spots something, or maybe she just starts running her mouth. And then, I'll do it. It's gonna be sweet. My darling wife.
Okay, guys. That's going to be it for today's episode, so thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell icon to keep up to date on all the videos, and remember to free the feral wildflower in you. Bye-bye!